Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals Zero to make the best game ever. Good, let's continue with the review that we dropped off in the last session. So we need to figure out this thing here. So he says this value is not the correct one that should be used here. It should have been max packet size. This value is not the correct one that should be used here. It should have been max packet size. The non-retail max network message then makes the extra bytes of the network message header, takes the extra bytes of the network message header into account when handling payload data. Max packet size. Right. Okay. In retail, this only works since no data longer than the retail game packet size is put into a network message. Retail. Okay. 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 That is not correct. Okay. So it's fixing a bug. So, well, not really fixing. Okay. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Max packet size. Yeah. Then. Yeah. What would happen if this data if max packet size was never exceeded, then why would it not be allowed to change this now? I exceeded in practice. Then why would it not be allowed to change this now? If max packet size is never exceeded, then why would it not be allowed to change this now? Yeah. Additionally, so the title says a tweak, bug fix. There's a lot of infos here. There's 2 bug fixes. The pull title says tweak, but the comments have 2 bug fix. Should be bug fix in title. Mhm. Okay. Increase message buffer. Message buffer, refactor, singer, player, load screen. Okay. Then let's go to Cabal 009 if here's something that we need to look at. This one, I think, is still work in progress, if I'm not mistaken. Storyx. Yeah, he wrote something in there. Yeah. What is this video? Yeah. The dilemma. I think it would be neat to have a feature where I think it would be neat to have a feature where we hover over and collide. We hover and collide. And we hover over a building with the ghost object, with the placement object, and then press Ctrl or Alt once to take its rotation, to transfer the rotation of the collided building with to the placement object. I suggest to explore a feature where hovering. I suggest to explore a feature where hovering over a building with a placement object and then pressing Control or Alt once to transfer the rotation of the building to the placement object. So explore feature. Once will transfer the rotation of the colliding to the this way we do not need it does not need to remember any rotation. It can simply be sampled everywhere always. Mhm. Transfer the rotation or the nearest the nearest multiple of 45 degrees. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that would be a better implementation of this. So basically, you select your unit, you select the building you want to build, you hover over another building, like to illustrate on this sample here. So this situation, when you have this situation, then you press Control button, and then it snaps the rotation of the placement object to be the same as the collided object, the scaffold with the red area underneath. And then you have the same rotation, and then you can place it right next to it in perfect alignment. I think that would be like an optimal solution for this. Obviously, I didn't test it, but it seems like it would be desirable, right? Mm-hmm. 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 Good. Then this one is done. This one still needed work. This one is draft. This one needs work. And I think this one as well. This one's draft. This one I think can be looked into, right? I will be right back. Okay, so then let's look at this guy here. This change makes our clients send product information to distinguish them from retail clients. Primarily. Makes our clients send product. Would it make sense to opt out of the? Would it make sense to opt out of the fixes? Fixes for replay, playback. Plus retail, comparable CSC. I'm not sure if that question even makes sense. Have to think about it more. So regarding this one here, what is the current state? It's not clear to me if review can continue. This change is ready for review. Okay, perhaps a few minor details that may still change. I hope 211 won't take much longer so I can include it. We're waiting for that as well. So 201 is meant to be concluded before this one, for this change. I thought we would do afterwards. Okay, let's take a look at the files. 324 files added, 1 removed. Okay, let's take a look. So product info, enum, unsigned in, no retail, shell map enabled, maps, 0 map started. Shell map enabled. Okay. flags. Call it flags. Better call it flags. Trailing comma. Okay, so we have product title, version author, yeah, that's good, and git short hash, okay. Then we have fp mass CSC, any CSC access, CSC uptime. Okay. Okay. Minor blank line. Okay. Okay, this looks good. Well, apart from the 3 comments that I just added. Okay, let's keep on going. Feature. Okay, product information is exchanged on demand and never. Product information is exchanged on demand and never broadcasted. Grammar. Well, it's the past tense of broadcast. Past tense broadcast. Oh. Broadcast in the past, present, and future. Oh. Well, that's convenient. Okay, well, then. Okay, I didn't know that. A client is considered patched if it responds to a product info request. Yeah. The implementation consists of 3 parts. Player and lobby. When player detects a new player in the lobby, it sends a product info request. If the other player responds, they are considered patched. Yeah. Player, host, and lobby. When a player detects a new game, host in the lobby, it sends a product info request. If the host responds with an acknowledgement, it is considered patched. Players in pre-match. When a player joins a match, it sends a product info request to all existing players. Existing players treat this request as confirmation that the joining player is patched. All existing players, okay. Okay. Okay, that's cool. I like this explanation of this. That's nice. Okay, cool. So that means there's a lot of exchanges going on when there's a lot of guys in the lobby. Let me ask this. Is there precedence to this type of communication? Would it be okay if there are 100 people in the network lobby? Is it expected to be okay. If there are 100 people in the lobby that receive and respond with these new messages. I just wonder about the scale. So like rooms, I mean, if this scales well, then host lobby should also scale okay, and players in pre-match, that should be fine, right? There's max 7 other players, so that's okay. Okay. Product info is sent with this and this. I think I called this pre-match or something. Pre-match or something. Game room send product information to new lobby players, if that answers your question. Game rooms send product information to new lobby players. Okay. 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 From the original. Okay. I would just mark it as resolved, I guess. What would be the absolute max possible length? 200 white characters plus 1 for null terminator. Does that need documentation? The other structs also do X plus Y for this reason. Yeah. White chart data, 201. Yeah. This one is packed, okay. I wonder if it would make sense. I wonder if it makes sense. And perhaps make the first member of this. Perhaps make the first member of this struct a unsigned short version. Let's say message version, message product info, message version. First member, map status. Well, but it could also be encoded in here, right? You make a version 2 here, request, and then response version 2. Yeah, so let's say you wanted to change this layout, then you could just create a product info version 2 of this, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's not needed to have a version here. Okay. Okay, that's fair. Flags, uptime, FP math, CSC. Mm-hmm. 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 So 200 characters for product title, version, and author. Let's put that to the test. So let's say we write amazing game title. Let's be a bit more realistic. Let's say for example, Rise of the Reds, right? So that's a game title, a mod title, Rise of the Reds. And then how does it encode it? There must be a function where it writes it here, set product info strings. Yeah. So how does it terminate them? I'll terminate. Output. Separated by null terminators. Okay. So there will be 0 here, and then let's say version. Let's say they say version 8.54, and then made by, I don't know who's made by, Monkey Games Productions. Yeah. So how much characters? 55. And then we need a git hash. Git hash is like 12 characters or so, right? So let's put some here. Something like that, yeah. Maybe one less. Without R, without G, E, D, yeah. Without put some bad characters here. Yeah, so something like that, yeah. So that's 68 characters, yeah. Yeah, seems like it's a lot. 200 characters, it should fit this, yeah. 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 Yeah, why not? Okay. Const object must be initialized. Flags const object must be initialized. No retail. It's not a member. Can we hide this somehow? GitHub hide compiler warnings in div. Let's ask ChatGPT. How can we hide how to hide compiler warnings in GitHub in change diff view on github.com. It worked. It worked previously when pressing the A button, but it no longer does. Something has changed. Deter. Pressing A used to toggle hide viewed files. It worked before. You were likely hiding files. Press question mark. Verify hide viewed files. That's really it would be nice to hide this here. It's really annoying. Yeah. Oh, because it also spams it multiple times. Why is it doing that? Just print it once. Don't print duplicates. Oh. So, flags. What is the problem? It's because generals is not compiling. That's why. Flags, retail, shell map times, shell map on. Times, okay. Get started games count. Get started games count. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Okay, flags. You could also be returned directly without flags variable. So this function here, is it static? Nope. Production for flags. It is static, okay. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Get login, get the order is reversed for the other functions here. Mhm. Product info. Product info. Padding. What is this padding for? Game slot. Product info. Product info. It's this one here. Right, yeah. Oh, let me ask again here a question, because that was a problem previous time. If we have a function, if we have a struct as std string str, and then do void function s dot str equals some string, and then s equals s, will std string be deallocated, destructed correctly when s is assigned? Will s dot str yes, will be correctly destroyed. Okay. But it will not call a destructor, right? Right, it has a move or assignment operator. Right. Right. That's fine. Yeah, it's auto-generated. Right. Yeah, okay, of course. So I don't know why I just closed that. But this means that these will be this means product info does not have does not initialize all its members on construction. Is this okay? Mhm. Mhm. Retain the product information if a slot is still occupied by the same player. Mhm. Oof. Null terminated. Buffer. Input buffer. What? Oof. Okay, this looks complicated here. For some reason, this is stuck. Set product info from local data. Well, what is slot here used for? Here. Maybe pass by reference. Yeah. Better pass by reference. If not expected, null. Hmm. Hmm. Several times. Mm-hmm. Needs to be replaced. Okay. Get uptime. Okay. Uptime. Flags. Okay. Wasn't there some other thing? Product info. Uptime. Oh boy. place. Maybe. Maybe pass. Maybe pass const Unicode string inputs size t input count white output size size t output size this allows the caller to decide how big it should be, how much data there is. Maybe call it output. Yeah, output size. Private info strings. Input, output. Set product info from local data. Get uptime. Get uptime. Started games count. Zero map started. Okay. Zero map started. Yeah. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Game product info request. If not, I am host. Am I host? Okay. Okay. Product info request. Log game info. Okay. Match product info. Okay. Where do we need it in match? Pre-match. So that's in the game room, yeah? Is that right? I think it means it's in the game room. Match. Lobby. Product info request. Current game. This one. LAN game info. Setup screen. LAN game info. LAN current game. LAN game. Handle. Acknowledge as game. Fellow player in the game. Perhaps call this lobby player. Call this lobby player. This refers to perhaps handle lobby room product info. Lobby room product info request. Lobby player. And then what is this then? Product information by a fellow player in the game. I don't quite understand this here. This is necessary because the lobby, the game room currently does not block incompatible players, right? Block incompatible products, right? Perhaps call this handle handle match product info response. Perhaps call this handle room player. Yeah, room player. Lobby room. So we have lobby room, lobby player, room player. Yeah. Room player product info request. Mm-hmm. 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 As mentioned in the other file, perhaps a better terminology for these is game 2 lobby room lobby to lobby player and match to room player. AKA a game room in the lobby, AKA a player in the lobby, AKA a player in the game room. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, there's a lot going on in this change. Exchange product information with other players, yeah. Handle, okay, fair enough. Mm-hmm. That's good. Set product information for local game slot. Okay. Order by alphabet. Order by alphabet. A bit. Yeah. I suspect this is necessary because the game run currently does not block incompatible products. Hello lobby announce. Request a player in the lobby to send product information. Lobby request product info. Request a player. Request a player in the lobby to send product information. I'm a bit worried about this broadcast. Worried about this broadcast. Well, I think I already mentioned it, right? Where did I raise it? Detects a new player in the lobby. I'm a bit worried. About the volume. There's a lot of players. Potential message volume with a lot of players. If we request and get request response. Will a response will a response just reach the person that made the request, or is the response broadcasted to everyone? Just reach the client. So that means my expectation is that when we enter the lobby or something, then we should broadcast our info to everyone. But then if we are asked to send our info, then we should just send it to one person. Request a game host, okay. Request, okay. Handle lobby announce. Request send product message. Request a player in the lobby. Lookup player. Sender IP. Request players in the match. Handle lobby announce. Okay, so this looks like it's a targeted request to one guy. Yeah, and then who is sending the response? Response. Okay, sender IP. Okay. Request from player. Request this player. Request all players. Started games counts. 0. Start new game. Game mode is not game shell. about replay? Yeah, replay as well, yeah. Otherwise, quick start. Quick start counts as match, I expect. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Time get time minus launch time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Fair enough. Quest all players. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's a broadcast when you join the room. That's okay. Yeah. But well, will this broadcast reach all players even outside of the game room? If yes, then this is very costly. Very costly for traffic. Product info. Sender IP. Send message. Send message IP. So if it's 0, then it's a broadcast, right? No, there's this here. If current game and isn't direct connect broadcast. Yeah. If I read send message correctly, then broadcast. Broadcast is only well targeted in direct connect. It's only targeted to players, to room players in direct connect. Otherwise, it is broadcasted to all wonder if that is a general bug. But it's maybe not. I think it's not a bug because as a host of a game, we still want to be able to broadcast outside, right? Yeah, I think it's not a bug. The broadcast is only confined to room players and direct connect. Otherwise, in lobby room, players can broadcast to everyone in lobby. Consider doing targeted sender. Sending to targeted recipients. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I suspect that this is a problem. It would scale really poorly. Like you are in the room and you request everyone to send their match request, product info, and this goes to everyone, this request. Right. Yeah. 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 And this may be very costly for traffic. Mm-hmm. Oh, I need a short break from this review. It's quite heavy here. I need to really pay attention. Oh. Yeah. Let's see if there's something easy we can cramp in to relax a bit. Some easy review plays. This one is done. Game can get stuck. What is this? Game can get stuck in disconnect screen. This appears to happen seemingly at random after a player suffers from temporary timeout, then recovers in the network, but the game is unable to recover and all players become stuck. Mm-hmm. Okay. Critical. Then to me it is critical. Let's take a look at this guy here. Info. Bug fix. Add bug fix. Load post process. Status firing or status post fire or status packing. Not empty. It's not invalid dropper. Okay. Set object ID. Okay. Okay, that's fair enough. What about this one here? Okay, fair enough. Okay, status firing, yeah. If status is firing or status post fire. Status packing. Packing. Post fire. Packing. Okay. So I'm not so familiar with these statuses. Pre-fire. Pre-fire. I think that's a good idea to check. So when are these sounds triggered? So this one is triggered on status firing. Yeah. There's nothing on post fire or packing. When does it stop? Firing to idle sound. Remove audio events. Kill everything. Unpack. No. Status idle. Charging. Preparing. Ready to fire. Post fire packing. Okay, let me just ask why post fire and packing. It's this one is clear, but these two I don't know. Maybe because it's still the sounds are still going over this duration. Yeah. Yeah. Where's the sound playing then? Over to laser, target laser. Annihilation sound. Can you explain how the events relate to the lifetime of the sounds, of the two sounds? Or let's say how the statuses relate to the lifetime of these two sounds. Okay. Okay, let's get back to this guy. So extract strings separated by null terminators. Yeah. Okay. Same for on the other hand, maybe it's fine the way he has it. Like it's expected to be like this. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's fine for now. Yeah. Let's delete that. Input buffer. Oh boy, total size, input total size. Input, output. Right. To me, it looks really strange. This looks strange to me. Okay, one thing I can note here. This looks like data we can build once. And keep around. It will always. We can build once and keep around. Instead of sending uptime, it would be better to send launch time. Because uptime will be outdated after 1 second. But launch time is always correct. It's always accurate. Perhaps build this data less often. It looks like it would only need to be built rebuilt once in a while. To be rebuilt. Except for flags, this product info will always be the same. I suggest to build it once on network on LAN API creation, and then just update flags and other things that need updating on a new send. Other data that needs updating. The flags here. Yeah, this is unnecessary to rebuild every time again. This can be, only flags needs to be updated. The rest is fine. Perhaps call this build for flags to make clear that it freshly builds these and does not just grab established flags. Yeah, there's a lot of room for improvement here. So I'm still not so sure about these functions here. It looks very complicated, the stuff they do here. Like this one here. This looks inefficient by doing no, it's fine. It's fine. Right. It's a string plus index, so it shifts the pointer forward. Right. Okay, that's fair. Total size, yeah. Input. Null terminate the input buffer to prevent potential. Null terminated. If not null terminated. Total size. Total size. Name is confusing. Should be output. Should be output index. Not null terminated. If this null trickery looks confusing. Perhaps instead of separating the strings in the buffer, by 0, perhaps separate them with another character, for example, ASCII characters. So ASCII table. Oh boy. Guess not. Wikipedia. Control. So we have a space. You control code. So here we have CR, carriage return. Here we have new line feed. Tab, for example. Backspace. Bell. Egg. End of text character. Inform the receiving computer that the end of a record has been reached. This may or may not be an indication that all of the data in a record have been received. So we could use that end of text character. Yeah. For example, character 3, end of text. end of text character. This way, the string can have a true null terminator to signal the definite end of the string. Plus, it will still show in debugger as one string with all the text. We should still show normal in debugger, and the debugger is one string, so the text until the final null. It will likely allow to make these functions simpler too. Make these functions simpler too. Okay. Let me do a string x strlen you would then need to implement a custom strlen function for this. Here's a reference implementation. strlen extra, say t extra char while str and str is not extra. STLN is extra. What was the name again? ETX with ETX. So STLN ETX. ETX. ETX STLNT. Three. Just three. Maybe like so. Size T. And then maybe yeah, I think that's enough. Takes STLN. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Okay. I would say here looks promising, but I think there's still work to do. I think there's still polishing to do. Okay. Good. Then that will be it. That was quite a lot. Okay, cool. Then I will end it here. Has been 2 hours, yeah. Okay. Good. Then yeah, unfortunately, I was not able to do any programming, just reviews. But okay. Next session, I will do some programming again, because we do have a pending change here in the works that we need to finalize. So we'll do that. And yeah. I need to advance. Good. Then I will end it here. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time. Goodbye.